Okay, hey you guys. So I love this question because you guys, I don't get to talk about longevity a lot, but this is a question about longevity. So thanks for asking it. So the question is, do you believe in strict calorie restriction to increase your lifespan? Or do we live to 100 with a little bit of wine, occasional cakes or sweets, red or white wine, or no alcohol at all? Great, 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 great question. So the gist behind this comment about calorie restriction is that yes, it has been extensively studied that eating less extends your life, and specifically 20% less of what the daily recommended calorie amount is. So if your recommended daily calorie is 1,800 calories a day, then going down by 20%, so that it's like what 1450 1,450 calories a day would actually extend your lifespan. But so that's the data. So yes, the answer to the question is, will it extend your life? Yes. But again, what you've learned in this program by just doing a loading phase and then going into release phase is that it is really hard to get high calories when you're eating whole foods. And so I think that by going to a whole food majority of the time diet, so that most of the time you're just eating whole foods and not processed foods, by default your calories are going to go down. Now we're not counting calories in this program, but if you have charted anything in your journal and you charted it exactly about what you ate, you'll find that your calories in this program are actually really, really low. Now, the reason you can get away with that is because a lot of us have excess fat and we're actually burning our internal fat stores. So we're liberating like 1,800 calories of our own fat during this program, which is why you're able to lose fat during this program. So, but the point of my the point that I'm making is that even once you get into the lifestyle phase of this and you start to add in fats, if you're eating a whole food diet like the one I showed in the video I created today about my lunch, you'll if I were to calculate that out, I'm sure I would be somewhere around if that 1,200 calories. It's probably not that. I'm going to calculate it just to see, but it's no, not that meal. The for the total of my day of everything that I eat, including meals like that, would come up to be about 1,200 calories. That meal alone is probably 400, 500 calories, and I ate a lot. Go down and scroll down and look at the picture of what I ate. It's a lot of food, but it's not a whole lot of calories. So my point to that, do I believe in strict calorie restriction? No, because I'm not a calorie counter. I do believe in eating whole food, nutrient dense foods. By default, you'll get higher nutrients, lower calories, thereby living longer. So, what about having a little bit of wine and occasional cake and sweets? Absolutely. When you're eating the way that I'm teaching you guys to eat, there is no fear in having sweets and wine occasionally. Now, if you're binge drinking or you're drinking 3 glasses of wine a night, well, that's a totally different issue. That's a totally different story. But I have occasional wine. It's been shown to not be detrimental to your health. I should do a whole talk on wine and alcohol because alcohol in and of itself is a toxin. There's no way to get around that. I know we could talk about resveratrol, and that's the chemical that's been shown to be in red wine, particularly Cabernet, I think it is. Or is it Sauvignon Blanc? I think it's Cabernet. That resveratrol is high in, and it's supposed to help with anti-aging. And that may be true, but alcohol in itself is a toxin. But it is a toxin that I think this is one of those things in real moderation is not that harmful, and I wouldn't say have benefits. I'm piercing my words here. I'm going to do a whole talk on alcohol a little bit later. But anyway, the moral of the story is a little bit of wine is not going to hurt. But I don't know that it is enhancing your longevity in and of itself. Now, if you want to take resveratrol capsules for the purpose of longevity, there's a whole biochemical pathway that is activated called your NRF2 pathway by resveratrol. Anywho, that's a whole nother topic for another day. So if you wanted to take resveratrol for longevity, absolutely. If you wanted to drink red wine for longevity, not so much. But is it going to shorten your lifespan by having occasional red wine and occasional sweets? No. It's particularly if you're eating the way that we're learning here in this program, and particularly if you're staying active on a regular basis. That doesn't mean going to the gym, but just moving around. Okay, so I will get back to the alcohol question because clearly I have a lot going on in the brain about that. But I hope that answers your question for now.